No, really?
Is she really gonna get one?
I don't know. We'll see.
Come on, Anya!
What up, Spy Family fam?
Hey, fam!
Chris and Nicole are back at it again with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Spy Family Season 1, Episode 11.
Stella.
Quick recap of the last episode. We had an epic dodgeball tournament.
Ooh, it was so good.
Yeah, we got introduced to one really new character, Billy.
Billy, the big
Billy
boy.
Watson the Beast. The big boy.
Yeah, the very, very big boy.
The big muscly boy. And then we also got to see Anya's special move, Star Catch Arrow.
Yeah.
And it was epic until it wasn't.
Epic fail.
And yeah, we learned that the whole thing was a hoax. No one even gets a Stella.
Nope.
But in this episode, maybe
I don't
with the
know.
episode title Stella.
Stella.
I know, I'm excited. So let's check it out.
Let's go.
Oh, that was a nice shot through the water.
Yeah. Why does your face look like that?
Serious, man.
Oh no!
Oh! Two tests with an F. Okay, we can safely say it's probably not going to be Anya getting a Stella.
I don't think it's gonna be Anya. Oh! Oh my
Damn,
gosh!
that's at least three,
It's
probably
four. Yeah. Oh,
Oh
she's
my
so
God.
naughty. You have to study.
Oh my god. So cute. So
So
bad.
bad. Oh.
She'll get there.
Oh, she would look so cool if she became.
Not looking good, guys.
No. Oh.
Poor baby Anya.
数学は少しいい点ですよ。
Oh, that's pretty good.
頑張りましょ
F.
う。ジャンダッシュ8分の2。
That's all she remembers. Oh yeah. Yeah, bondman. Use bondman.
Yeah, use bondman.
これから時間をかけて、クラスメイトのドイツがどの勉強得意か全部
Damn. Yeah, okay. That might
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Good strats.
満点
Oh, look at her face. Oh, so naughty.
父っぽく言ってみた。
Yeah, definitely. Like out of nowhere. F to A.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
心読んで満点取っ
Aww.
勉強をやめてお絵描きでもするか。
Ooh,
Ooh,
art.
art. I love
お
art.
かっこいいな。
Ooh.
チータかえパンダさんだろ。
Uh.
しさん。
Oh, the one that was at
Oh,
the
the one that she
school.
talked to,
Yeah,
kind of.
The one with the kiss face paint.
Yeah.
例えば音
Well, not face paint, just
Oh.
markings.
模様のバイオリン
I wanted to see that. It went by too fast. Why is she playing it like that?
Oh no. Oh,
哦
God. Oh God.
Oh,
Oh.
poor baby.
泣くな。
Hmm.
全部うちも一歩からだ。第一年生だしな。
No, first grade. Okay.
Hmm.
何がこの
Not kindergarten.
Yeah, that's right.
だが
Gosh, that's. I mean, good job, Anya.
4 months.
そんな悠長
I don't know about that.
父、アイニャ頑張る。
Oh, she's doing her best. At least she's,
She's
mentally
trying.
there. She's trying,
この
yeah.
ほど
She just kind of sucks.
アーニャ
She just
明
needs
日はちょ
to
っと
learn.
出かけようか。
お出けけ
Another ooting.
Ooting.
Another family
芸
ooting.
術可能性はもう一つ。社会貢献。
Community service.
Oh, she's wearing a new outfit.
Oh, she is. Red.
社会貢献の精神を育ませておくことに損はない。
Mm-hmm.
患者さんのリハビリ用のな。
Oh God, she's gonna do more
no.
damage.
Oh, her hair's in pigtails.
Uh-oh. What's gonna go wrong here?
I know.
Oh, as a
no-
little sloth.
He's an investigator.
Looks like Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes,
no.
but sloth.
Ay, Anya.
Oh, Anya.
よ飽きた。お 医者さんにメス渡すやつやりたい。手術していい？
No, hell no, no.
No.
待てやめろ。
Naughty little girl.
Gonna get a scalpel in the eyeball or something.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble. Ooh. No red. Oh. Wow, they got kicked out of community service.
Cool episode. Shit.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Really bad. Oh my gosh. Oh.
俺は一度本部に
Whoa.
Go Anya, you can
Go,
do it.
Anya.
Let's go. Come on.
Wow. Her powers can reach that far?
Yeah. I kind of thought it was only in the immediate area, but that's pretty far.
Yeah.
プールで誰か溺れてる。
え、なんでそんなことがわかるんだ。お
Oh.
前何者だ。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What are you gonna
You have to help him.
help
Come
him?
on,
He's
Anya.
drowning.
水泳選手になって星ゲットするからプールで練習してくる。
Okay.
Wow, okay.
There you go. Damn, she came up
Wow.
with that excuse quick.
She did. Wow, that was really fast. Come on, Anya, save him.
This is pretty long. I think, might have some brain damage at this point.
Maybe it's shorter. They're just like extending it.
All right.
Uh-oh. How does she know how to swim?
She better. Come on,
Come on,
Anya.
Anya.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow. That did not need to be that nicely animated, but I
Oh,
like
look at
it.
this too. Go, Anya, go.
Go, Anya.
Save him.
He seems alright.
Go, Anya.
So cute.
She's so
still.
lit. Oh, no.
God.
Oh
Double,
no, she can't swim.
Double KO.
Oh my gosh. Twilight. It has saved 2 children.
おい
Oh.
音をしたか。目を離さないであげてください。
Oh.
にしてもよく気づいたな。
泡ブクブクしてたから。
お前も無茶するんじゃない。
でかしたジョーちゃん。
Ooh, she just saved him.
No, really?
Is she really gonna get one?
I don't know. We'll see.
Come on, Anya.
Yeah! Let's go! Come on.
Please.
Yes?
Yeah!
Hey!
Good job, Anya.
Hell yeah.
I'm so proud of her.
Go, Anya. Dude, she actually got a Stella.
Is she the first one to get the Stella?
I think so, in her class,
Go,
for sure.
Anya, go, Anya, go. Go, Anya, go.
Look at Damien over there.
Aw.
Oh, it's okay.
Ultra amazingly elegant. Yay! Now she's breaking even with a
Yeah,
a
one
bolt
bolt
and 1 star.
1 Stella.
Yeah.
What a good girl.
Yeah. I know. So good.
Mm-hmm.
良きさが
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't believe it.
Yeah, me too.
それをテロを未然に防いだ時の誇らしい気分だ。
Yeah.
Should be.
よくやったな。
I think we all are.
人の役に立った。
Oh. Yeah, your powers can help people.
Oh,
so
God.
cute. Oh, my heart's melting.
Oh, yikes.
毎日父の料理。
Aww.
Ooh,
Whoa.
bonus.
What is this?
What is this?
Oh.
Ooh, espionage action. Let's
Yep.
go. Oh, damn, she has different hair. Oh,
Oh.
my God, they're so pro.
They're
Look at their
so pro.
disguises.
I know.
Ooh.
Mm. Give her some candy.
She needs peanuts. That's what she
Oh
really
yeah,
needs.
peanut. Hmm. So cool.
Flex. What a flex.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Look at her face. So smug. Oh, new record.
Wow.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Her head's looking a little
It's
big.
looking big.
Yeah.
It's getting big a
Getting
little bit.
big a little.
ごきげんよう、アーニャちゃん。スターライトアーニャ。
Damn.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
God. You have to call her Starlight Anya.
Starlight.
I love that.
Oh.
That's amazing.
100人できちゃうかも。
Oh.
Oh, that's Komi's
Oh,
goal.
wait.
友達になってくれ。ぜひうちと一
Whoa.
This is some good voice acting.
This is world peace. Wow.
Hell yeah. Totally possible.
Uh-oh. You're the face again.
Oh, well, that didn't go as planned, no.
No. You don't need to be friends with him yet. Not yet.
スターライトアーニャちゃん
Yeah. Actually.
She's like, I will not respond unless it's Starlight Anya.
Gosh.
Uh-oh.
Haters gonna hate.
救助とかないよね
These kids can talk some shit.
You know, little assholes.
もしくはステラ買ったのか
What?
Oh.
Wow.
気にすることないわよ
She can never enjoy
ただの
anything.
ひがみよ大ずるよね
And they're just saying this out loud right in front of her. Hey. Hey.
See? Shut him up, demon. Yeah. Tell him.
Yeah.
Ooh. So manly.
Oh.
あいつ意外とご褒美は何にするか決めてるのアーニャスターライ
Oh
ト
my god. Becky's such a good friend.
She's so nice. I know.
テストとか今期ものじゃんピーナッツもらえるもっと高いやつ
Peanut.
テストティアラ買ってもらったのよ
Wow.
Wow. I know.
まあでももらってないか
Dude, she has a little tank. A
Whoa.
pink one.
世界を撃ってる秘密組織ちゃんとした会社よ
Omurice.
Ooh. Looks good.
じゃあ
I
ア
know.
ーニャお城欲しいそ
Yeah.
れはちょっと無理じゃないかピーナッツ1年分それは余裕でしょうけどご褒美難しいそうねディーゼルちゃんかな
Hmm?
うちのワンちゃん
Oh,
ね
puppy.
Ooh,
と
puppy.
っても可愛いのディーゼルちゃん
Oh.
Oh.
次男も犬持ってる
Second son.
Oh, German Shepherd.
Oh.
Oh.
知るか
Oh.
気安く喋りかけんな
Hmm. Oh.
アーニャンちも犬でうちのマックスとどっちが可愛いか勝負だくら俺ん家に連れてって俺と一緒に
Oh.
God.
ホージャーさん
Yeah.
戦争はやめましょうデズモンドさん
World peace.
Oh, I love her voices for them.
Mm-hmm. God, there's the face again.
ご褒美に犬が欲しい
Oh.
Oh. Gonna get a dog.
Ooh.
大変なことなのですよ
Mm.
責任が伴うのです
Yeah.
Just like Yuri, right?
この家のセキュリティ向上に役立つかもしれない
Oh,
Oh.
God. Damn. That's like the Billy of dogs.
が噛み殺されないかしら
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. So dark. Yeah. Small one.
ああ、わかった
Oh,
Oh.
God. The dog had a knife.
I know. What kind of dog is she fighting?
返してもらうか
Dude, if HQ gets them a dog, it might be like a pro dog.
Yeah, like super trained.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
爆弾剣にでもするつもりか
Oh my God.
こいつら
Oh.
Like these
人間の
kamikaze dogs.
散々いじくりま
Mm.
Poor doggos.
Mm.
Oh
Oh.
no.
アーニャこれとかこれがいい
弱そうで安心ですね
They look very weak.
Good look, man.
Ah.
Dang, dude, the next one's gonna be good.
I know. I was hoping we see him, but okay. Whoa!
Oh,
Someone got a Stella.
yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
What a good episode.
I know. It was so jam packed with like so much. There's so many funny parts. There's action parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts?
I don't know. I really like this one. I just think there was a variety of different emotions that we're all going through. Like there's some funny parts. You know, they're trying to do stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I really like this episode.
Yeah, it felt like it had many parts to it, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it might have ended at certain parts, but
Yeah.
it actually ended up having
More.
extended parts,
Yeah.
more parts, and yeah, it's just more of a good thing, which I enjoyed. So.
Yeah, like I thought this whole episode was just gonna be like, how does she get the Stella?
Yeah,
but I feel like that was,
honestly thought it was gonna end there. And then
Yeah.
it even gave us
the
even more.
I
which
know.
is great.
I know. I was like, wait, there's more after this part. So
Mhm.
yeah, jam packed.
jam-packed of goodness.
Yeah.
Another solid episodes,
Yeah.
and it kind of leads into the next one, which
Yeah.
I'm really
Oh,
excited
I'm
for.
really
so-
excited. I think this was a good penultimate episode.
Yes, indeed. And for the final episode, we're gonna have some special stuff going
Special
on.
stuff, yeah.
But we'll just tease it a little bit right
Yeah.
there. But yeah, let's go ahead and break down this episode scene by scene as we usually do,
Yeah.
and give our general thoughts on each of these scenes and what's going on.
Yeah.
So this episode actually starts off in a really unique way. It starts with this like almost like artistic shot
Right.
through the water faucet of Lloyd and Anya in the back, and then the water kind of like closes in, and then it really focuses on Lloyd and Anya. I just thought it was really interesting that they decided to start this episode with this like kind of like foreground modifier, and then like having them out of focus. It was just really artistic, I think, and I don't think I've seen this in anime really, and it was just a really nice artistic choice by Cloverworks to do and Mappa. So yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to mention it here.
No, it was really, really great. Like, I mean, just they could have easily just started the scene with where they were studying and everything, and but and it was just really nice and artistic. So I'm glad that they took a chance on a new way to start the episode.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. Like, definitely putting some artistry in
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
pushing it to the limit a
Yeah.
little bit, and I enjoy it. So it then goes to Lloyd reviewing Anya's test. So she has like 4
She has 4 tests.
graded tests
Yeah.
here in various subjects.
Various subjects. I think it's like math, language, science.
Science.
I think it was science, and I'm not sure if we get to see the other one, but basically 4 subjects, and
And
Anya
they're all
failed.
Fs.
I know, like really failed. I think there was
Wow.
a 7, a 2, and a 0.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Is it? Jeez.
I feel like it's really
That's pretty bad. Her
Yeah.
high score was 7.
I think her highest score was 7, and it was mathematics, as Yor points out later. She's like, "It's your highest score."
She did really
yeah.
good. She even like congratulates her.
Yeah.
Her mathematics score is really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's room for improvement. I could say that.
Definitely room for
Yeah,
improvement.
yeah.
And then it jumps to like Lloyd trying to talk to Anya
Yeah.
while she's watching her Bondman
Yeah.
episode.
Oh my gosh, she's.
And her face right here, she's like, Anya busy right now.
Yeah, I know. Don't talk to me, basically, because she knows how bad she did and what it means to the mission, what it means to everything.
So after the Bondman episode finishes, they attempt to study together.
Yeah.
And Lloyd actually,
Yeah.
again, he tries to like make it easier for Anya by incorporating Bondman
Yeah.
into her studies, right?
Yeah, I'm
So-
glad that he did recognize it from the first time, where he's like, oh, she's able to, kind of pull her memory and learn something from that. But apparently,
Yeah.
it didn't help that much, because Anya's like, I don't remember. So
he has 2 8s
I know,
of bullets.
that was the only thing she remembered.
2 of 8 bullets.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
I love that she's like so proud of that though.
Yeah.
She's like smug almost about that part. She's like 2 8 bullets.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the answer to everything now.
And she says that right after Yor congratulates her
Yeah.
on her math score.
Yeah.
Anya's so adorable.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, and then Anya thinks to herself during this, like, okay, I'm gonna try to focus more on trying to learn what my other classmates are good at,
Right.
what subjects they're good at, and then I'll be able to, score
Yeah.
better.
Basically cheat, because she has telepathy. So,
But that no one knows about.
but that no one knows about. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
Pretty good plan of
I
action
think
here.
so. Yeah.
And yeah, it should be good. Should be
Yeah,
good.
I mean, at least she was planning. So she's like, she had a plan to moving forward. She's like, okay, I need to raise my grades. How can I raise it, but also use my power at the same time?
I just love her face here as well.
Yeah.
Like her scheming face.
Scheming
She's
face,
she's like,
like,
It's really hilarious.
Yeah, that was
Anya's
good.
faces throughout this episode are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, there's so many.
She has so many good faces like throughout the series so
Yeah.
far.
And
Man,
she has a range.
Throughout
There's,
the series. Oh, you know what that makes me think of? This is the second to last episode too.
Oh, I
Penultimate.
know,
I know.
I
I
know.
know you mentioned that earlier,
I
but
know.
penultimate.
makes
It's
me a
almost
little.
over here, guys.
know.
But yes, season 2 is actually not that far away.
Yeah.
But next, Lloyd comes to the conclusion that Anya kind of needs a change of pace here. She can't just be studying all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of going to ruin her motivation here.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly, like this is really a good like thought from Lloyd
Yeah.
that she does need a break from studying.
Yeah.
She needs something else, right?
Yeah, I think this is really good parenting just for like Lloyd to
Yeah,
kind of
parenting,
to realize that like, okay, studying is definitely not her strong suit. So what can we do to change it up and keep it fresh for her and, you know, keep her motivated to do well in school?
Good job, Lloyd.
Yeah, good job, Lloyd.
He's like really thinking about her and like
Yeah.
how this can happen naturally. you know?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not just like I think he also mentions in the scene I can probably just like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
cheat like by manipulating the scores or whatever.
Yeah.
But he really wants her to do this herself.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it'll feel more natural and it won't be weird if she just suddenly gets like
Yeah.
hundreds on all of her tests.
Yeah, and then I think he always points out that like even if he did do that, a lot of people would be suspicious of that. Like, how did you go from like getting 7s to 100s? You know, that's
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it jumps to Anya imagining them thinking of her as a creepy witch.
yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
because she could be shunned from like changing so quickly, and yeah, I mean, as we see later in the episode, like these kids and the classmates are really easy to
I
shun
know,
Anya.
right?
Yeah.
Jeez. But anyways,
Yeah.
So he concludes that there's other ways to achieve Stella's other than purely getting good grades.
Yeah.
So the first one, so then we get this like really hilarious like series of attempts of
Yeah.
doing other things
Other
that might
things, right?
that might earn her a Stella. So the first one is art.
Art. Yeah, he's like, let's start drawing.
Art.
So
Yeah.
we see the crayons pulled out, and Anya starts drawing this really colorful creature.
Creature. Yeah, creature.
And then-
what did
Yeah.
he say? He's
Wait,
like, oh, it's a cheetah.
it's a cheetah, right? And you could see he's really trying to be positive, even though he doesn't know what
He
it
is actually. I commend Twilight or Lloyd's like patience here.
Yeah.
And like he's really trying to
Yeah.
make it a positive experience.
Yeah, he's like, is it a cheetah or it's a panda? It's a panda. You know, like he's like, oh, trying to guess it, and she's like,
I know, and it's just like
it's the
silent.
moo cow.
The mook. But the right before this, they just stare at each other
Yeah.
silently, like.
Yeah, like this isn't working. I almost feel like is there silence, or is Anya kind of like reading his mind too? Like,
And his mind is blank. He doesn't
Yeah,
even know
he's
what to
just like-
think of that.
or he's probably like, nope, next thing.
Next thing, she sucks at that.
Yeah.
So the second thing that they try is music.
Music, yeah.
Yeah. So he hands her a child-sized violin,
right?
And she ends up playing it kind of like a
Like
I
a
don't know.
stand-up bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand-up bass. She's like crouching down here, just like
Yeah,
playing it like
playing
a
it.
bass instead of like
Yeah,
on the-
putting on your chin and everything, and she ends up breaking all the strings.
Yeah,
and
she breaks the strings, which is hilarious. How
Yeah.
do you even do? Is it easy to break the
I
strings?
don't think
on
so.
a-
They're like steel, like they're steel strings.
Wow, maybe Anya has super strength herself.
I don't know. Maybe she just.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Just not a talent for music. I feel like also like it's
That's
hard to.
just how bad at
Yeah.
playing a violin. She ends
Yeah.
up somehow
Breaking it.
miraculously breaks the strings.
But I also feel like you can't teach music unless like the person that's teaching you plays music. So like maybe if Lloyd showed her, I feel like that might have been a better way of.
I'm sure he's pro at violin.
know, I'm
probably.
kinda curious
I
what-
would like to see that.
Yeah, I'd like to see what instruments he knows how to play. He probably,
Probably
knows.
like a bunch.
Yeah.
He probably knows how to play like every instrument.
Yeah, they should
Because
have a
like
little
it
band.
must be a part of his like disguises
Oh
and
yeah,
whatnot,
for sure.
and skills that he has to learn in order to stay in character.
Yeah,
So I imagine he must be skilled at least one instrument.
yeah.
Why violin though?
Fancy.
Oh yes, that's true.
yeah,
It is fancy.
Yeah, I think fancy also
I think it's
just
one
sounds.
of the fanciest
Yeah,
of all
Yeah.
instruments. Maybe
I think so,
piano's
too.
pretty fancy.
yeah. Piano's up there.
Harp, pretty fancy.
Oh, harp is really fancy because that's like who owns a harp? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know what's cool? I saw this thing of
yeah.
a lady who beat the first Elden Ring boss using a harp.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was-
if you guys have seen that video, but check it out.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Like I mean, that's hard enough on a controller, let alone on a harp.
On a harp.
Yeah.
Impressive. So I guess Lloyd kind of just gives up on the music.
Yep.
So next we have. Oh, actually, before that, we have to mention our costume change. And what was in the background
Oh yeah,
during
this, yeah.
this whole music violin
Okay.
thing, stand-up
Okay.
bass dealio.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta back up a little, you guys. So,
If you haven't noticed, we're
Yeah.
wearing different clothes.
totally different clothes.
Because
yes.
it is another day.
It is.
So originally we kind of gather ourselves, we maybe take some notes down.
Mm-hmm.
In this episode we noticed that there are 2 chairs
Yeah,
and a table.
and a table. Yeah, they're
In
in,
the
a totally
background
new
there. Mm-hmm.
area. Yeah. So they're doing all of this, like trying these new things to get Stella's in this new area. And so we noticed, of course, that there were chairs and a table and even like a rug,
rug,
and
right.
everything. So yeah.
Yeah, so usually we do a little research and we
Yep.
know furniture fairly well.
Yeah.
So we have a fairly easy time looking up these pieces because they're famous.
Yeah.
And they're fairly, like with our knowledge, our knowledge base, we're able to pretty quickly find the chairs that are in the show.
Yeah. Usually.
Usually. But man,
So
guys.
so down a rabbit hole we went.
yes. Very deep.
Oh
deep
my gosh, so
hole.
deep. Deep as in like hours.
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 We tried searching for hours.
Hours.
And we're like, we gotta find this
Yeah.
before we record the discussion part.
Right.
Because we wanted to find it for
Yeah,
you guys.
we really wanted to find you guys because I really love that we have these discussions and it's like, oh gosh, and also just it's satisfying to find it and then share that with you.
Yeah, so
And when we were like searching and
we
searching
did
and
reverse image
It's
searches. We
reverse
took
im-
the screenshots.
Yeah.
We looked through
one of my
Nicole's
books.
book.
Yeah.
Here, pull your book
yeah,
up over
this
here.
is a book I usually refer to. So this book is called 1,000 Chairs. So I have like, notes and it kind of goes through like all the different chairs of like different years and everything. So this is something I kind of refer to when we were looking at some of our other chairs. And I could
Guys.
not find anything. I mean, the thing is, we didn't find those exact chairs, but we did find chairs that were similar, or
Yeah,
at
we
least
just have to stress how many hours we spent
Yeah.
trying to search. So we were
I feel like we
trying
went,
to
we went
search for
crazy.
so long that it was like, oh bro, we got exhausted,
I
we're
know.
tired. We're like, we can't even record anymore.
can't record anymore.
We're gonna it ended up being very late at
Yeah.
night. And we were just like, we were just gonna record tomorrow.
Yeah.
We were like dead tired at
Dead
that point
tired.
and defeated.
And so frustrated. Oh.
But
Yeah.
we were able to find, or at least we were able to come to a conclusion.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you want to tell about how we got to there?
So after hours and hours of researching,
Mm-hmm.
trying to find these chairs, this table, the rug, we ended up coming to the conclusion that these are most likely not even real.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are real, we couldn't find them. And what we think they are a combination
Yeah.
of chairs.
And then we came to that conclusion because even though we've never looked at the manga, like ever.
Right. Oh, yes, the manga,
We
okay.
were like, okay, this is the one time we're just gonna check the manga
because we needed another. We were
Yeah.
so frustrated we couldn't find it, and maybe the manga would give us a better picture
Yeah.
of the
Exactly.
chairs. And so this is like our first time we ever looked at the manga,
Yep.
and lo and behold, we look at the exact
The
panel
same
where
panels.
where the chairs are supposed to be, and they're not even in the manga.
Nope.
So these chairs are not canon.
Nope. They're not.
They are made up for the anime.
Yeah.
And we know the mangaka, like he obviously has
Yeah. They have a preference
for
Yeah.
mid-century
Yeah.
vintage, like of this era.
of this era within
Furniture.
like also like most likely Europe too. So we're like, okay, we can at least go from there.
Yeah. And yeah, they're not even in the manga.
Nope.
The background is just blank. right?
Yeah, totally blank. And so you understand that the animators had to kind of fill in this area for, visual purpose. Like, what are we going to look at? Nothing, just, yeah. So they filled it in. And our guess is going to be that to keep in line with, the time period of the anime and also where they are, they probably used references of different furniture that we found.
So the first one that we want to show here is
So the first one we want to show is in style of a Morris chair, and so this is actually one of the first recliner chairs like ever designed, and it was designed by the William Morris English firm, and it actually dates back to 1865, which is pretty crazy if you think about that. Because reclining chairs for me always felt like they were newer, but there's mechanisms in the wood carvings of the arts and crafts movement when they created this. And so what I've noticed, and me and Chris noticed, is that the paneling on the sides where the armrests are is this like very flat wood panel, and it looks very similar to the chairs that are shown in the anime. And I think that becomes really close to it as far as we could find.
And it also, the wood kind of circles around the back of the backrest here.
Yeah, so
which
the
is
armrest.
shown. Yeah, the armrest section goes behind the backrest as well, which is shown in another screenshot, which I'll put up here.
Yeah.
That's shown in the anime. So as you can see in the anime, it does the same thing around the back. The main differences in this chair and the one that's shown in the anime are obviously the cushion, right? The cushions are completely different,
yeah.
and it's not on swivels.
Yeah, exactly. And then one thing to note though, so this type of chair, although I said it was a Morris chair, this is actually Frank Lloyd Wright's version of the Morris chair, which I kind of started to dive to because we know that the mangaka is pretty favorable for Frank Lloyd Wright furniture or pieces.
And then actually on this chair, you can change the cushions out, correct?
Correct.
So it's totally possible that this could have those same cushions
Yeah.
that are in the manga. Maybe
Yeah.
they were just replaced for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
So
And then-
the next one that we
Yeah.
have here is another version of that same chair, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like it's still a little inspired by, but I think these are mostly known as banker chairs. So around this time period, there's, chairs that specifically were used in banks. And this is why they kind of have those kind of five kind of star legs, or they're not just four legs coming down like on the previous chair. And so that was kind of something we also wanted to look at. Like, was there other chairs that had the same kind of legs?
Yeah.
And so that's what we kind of found for this one, which is the banker chair. So
Yeah, and then again, it has the armrest circling around the back. This one's actually a swivel chair.
Yeah, this one actually is a swivel chair.
And it's on casters as well.
Exactly. That's something that we were really having a hard time finding too, because it was like a lot of the chairs that are armchairs or chairs for like people's houses, they usually don't swivel.
Right,
so
right.
it was difficult to find that. So I think that the animators or people who are illustrating this were also reviewing or looking at that as a reference.
And then lastly, we have this chair.
And then I think this chair for us is like also still of the time period, but these cushions match more closely to what's in the anime. They're that vertical kind of design, and and also just the length of the backrest. Although it looks like it goes probably to the neck area.
Yeah, it's a little high.
Yeah. So I would say that with these three chairs that maybe they were looking at, they kind of created the chairs that are in the anime.
Yeah. Well, that's what our theory
Or at least that's
is
what our
anyways.
theory is. Yeah,
Well,
agreed.
if we do happen to find what these chairs are at a later time, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, or if you guys know.
you guys know.
Yeah, if you guys know, that'd be
Please
good. Yes,
help
please
us.
tell us.
Please tell me.
It will put
pulling my hair
mind
out.
at ease. Yeah.
But yeah, same thing goes for the rug and the
Yeah.
desk in this situation.
Yeah.
We spent multiple hours looking for these as well.
Yeah, I
and
feel like those were just like they're just.
I think
it's
these are
harder
just
for us.
original
Yeah,
pieces.
pieces. It has to, because I just feel like with chairs, it's a little bit easier for us to kind of search. But when it came to like the tables and the rugs, it was kind of just, where do we even start with that?
Right. So in the end, we failed.
Yeah, so we failed, and then we had to go to the next day. But this is the best we could come up with, you guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed that. All right. So next in the series of Lloyd's attempts at finding out kind of what Anya is good at here.
yeah,
They try sports,
sports.
which is tennis in this case.
Yeah.
And Anya attempts a few serves here.
She does, and she misses every single one. And it's the funny thing is just she's just like dropping it in front of her, and she just could not hit it.
She's not very
So-
coordinated. I think.
No, she's not.
She couldn't even hit a single one.
Yeah. Poor
That's
Anya.
all right. Poor Anya. Next, we have gymnastics.
Yeah.
And she's, I don't know, she tries to just basically jump over this pommel, right?
Yeah.
And she
She falls. She pretty
fails
much
yet
falls,
again.
and she starts crying.
Mhm.
Oh, I felt so bad. But Lloyd picks her up and
Yeah,
says
he's
it's
been
okay.
really patient with her.
I know.
And
He's-
yeah,
He is really patient with her. I'd say this episode feels more like Lloyd is really dad here.
Mhm.
So
and he's thinking about like to himself, like she's only in first grade.
Yeah.
Like this she's doing her best basically.
Yeah,
so.
and then she's starting somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere. You know, it's that first step, like he kind of says, of the journey. And you know, that first step is always the hardest, and it's always not going to be the prettiest too.
Yeah, most definitely not the prettiest. At least, yeah. And speaking of not prettiest, your the next attempt, which is jump rope, which is suggested by your.
Yeah.
This was really fail right here. Really not pretty on Anya's part here.
I don't
even know how she gets so
tangled.
tangled.
How does she get tangled?
in the jump rope like this? Like, man.
I don't know. That itself should be a skill, because I don't know a lot of people that can do that.
How could you get that? I don't know. Yeah, that's a skill. Getting tangled up in something skill. Oh man. But I guess Lloyd is like, you know what? These are all. We'll just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Let's plan for a family outing.
Ooting. Yeah.
And it jumps to the next day, and it shows Lloyd's next attempt here, which is community service.
Yeah. And they're at a hospital. So
Yeah.
they're planning to do community service at the hospital.
Oh, I just wanted to mention Anya that has a new outfit.
Oh,
by
I
the way.
know.
I don't think we've
cute
ever
red-
seen yet, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I love this. And actually, throughout this part too, she has her hair in pigtails at some point. It looks so cute. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love that they just kind of slightly give Anya new outfits. Like it's so nice to look
Yeah,
at.
they didn't have to. She could have probably just been wearing her generic black,
her black outfit with
dress
the-
that she always wears with the ties.
But
yeah, I don't know if this is original from the anime or it's or they actually have it in the manga, but yeah, they made a new outfit. Either the mangaka made a new outfit or the anime made a new outfit for her, and it looks great. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they
like-
did this.
I know we were like, ooh, new outfit.
And Lloyd here mentions the kind of the other ways in which you can achieve a Stella. The first one is long-term community service.
Right.
The second one is rescuing others and also apprehending a criminal, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Not and kind of dangerous, right?
Yeah,
like
I
at
would
least the
think so.
last two, rescuing somebody and
Yeah.
apprehending a criminal. These
That's
are
pretty extreme to me.
and then he also mentions like, oh, okay, these other two are kind of difficult to do
Yeah.
and dangerous. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do that yet. Let's just go for this community service, which is supposed to be kind of the easiest because
Yeah.
it's just helping
Helping.
around a hospital.
Yeah, helping people.
Yeah.
And Anya somehow just messes up every single thing.
Anya's it up over here.
Yeah, Anya's it up for sure. And there's different things too.
Yeah, so the first thing they do is simply just cleaning a room.
Cleaning a room. All you have to do is clean the room. And we find that Anya breaks the vase. And
Flowers on the
everywhere,
floor.
water, broken pieces of the vase.
And they're pretty nice. They're like, oh, I guess that's a little too difficult. How
Yeah.
about you go into the library, try to
Yeah.
organize some books?
Yeah, organized books. You know, you don't even have to really touch anything. And then one of the nurses is like, can you go get her? Look at what she's doing. And what is she doing? She's
Dude.
reading a manga.
Yeah, she's literally just like chilling there, reading like what?
Yeah. Oh, it shows like a sloth in a detective outfit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What would you call this?
I would call this Sloth Holmes. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, Nicole. Very nice. Very nice.
I would read it. Sloths are so cute.
Yeah, Nicole actually really loves sloth.
I know. But I always can't choose
Shout
between.
out to sloth.
Yeah, two-toed or three-toed. What do you guys like?
Yeah, what do you guys like? That's a good question. Are you guys more into two-toed or
Yeah.
three-toed sloth?
Or pygmy. There's pygmies too.
Ooh. Oh, there's actually this really cute video of a pygmy sloth, and it's like swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, in like the river or something like that. In some like, I don't know. Let's look it up. Put pygmy sloth
Yeah.
swimming.
Look at them. They're so cute.
So after she failed at organizing books, the next thing she has is delivering food. And Anya ends up just spilling this food. It's
Yep.
just like a freeze frame of her just like spilling
Dropping all of
food.
it. Yeah. All she had to do was deliver it. I'm pretty sure that's it. And she's still
Next is
Messed up.
laundry.
laundry.
And then she ends up just falling asleep
Yep.
on the laundry.
Yep.
Next we have Anya's like, you know what I want to do? I want to deliver scalpels to the surgeons or something like that.
Yeah, she just says that, starts running off.
And she starts running off.
Yeah.
And she ends up bumping into the main nurse?
Yeah, the main nurse, the head nurse maybe.
The head nurse.
Yeah.
And she's just like, her
So
face right
upset.
here, guys.
Yeah, and then
she's
there's
pissed.
there's so many signs about no running in the hallway because this is a hospital. There's people who are injured and Anya.
Yep. And then and she ends up, she's basically just fed up with Anya at this
Yes.
point, and she's like, get the F out of here,
Yeah, I
foreigners. You guys suck.
I know. Kicked out of community service. That's
Yeah.
something that I was not aware of. But
Yeah, they're
guess
like
so.
literally doing free work, and they're like, we don't want your free
no, we
work.
don't want your free work. You're actually making more work for us.
Yeah, for real. It's like she literally was making more work for everybody
Yeah.
by breaking stuff, making a mess,
Making a mess. Just
sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't really Anya really is not too good at many things.
Yeah.
Okay, she's overall everything she does is kind of a fail.
Yeah. Well, you know what? To her case, she's only in first grade. I don't know. You can trust first graders with a lot of things to do.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
true, that's true.
But some of these should be easy enough for her to do. Should be.
But hey, it's all leading up to
Oh yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
this next thing that happens here.
Yeah.
So we get introduced to another patient at the hospital
Yes.
who's in crutches, and he's just a little boy, and his name is Ken, right?
Yep.
And he's heading over to the rehabilitation pool.
Right.
And he's kind of apprehensive about this. This is his
Yeah.
first time being in the pool. He doesn't. It seems like he's never even been in the pool before.
Yeah.
So he kind of he's supposed to change. Before that, he wants to just feel
Feel
the
the
water,
water,
see what
yeah.
it's like,
See the temperature.
see the temperature, and he ends up falling in.
Yeah.
Man.
And he just starts to sink.
Yeah, he just ends up sinking straight to the bottom here. And yeah, it a little ding happens in Anya's
Yeah.
head, right? And
Right. Like something happens. She immediately notices his thoughts.
yeah. So she can kind of telepathically hear that he's drowning.
Yeah.
He said, I think he mentions oh, I'm
can't-
drowning.
yeah, drowning, I
my
can't
legs
breathe.
can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legs
I mean,
can't
he's
move. You can't breathe.
yeah, and then he literally is in crutches right before
Yeah.
this, so there's pretty much no way he'll be able to swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is and Anya kind of panicked here, right? A
Yeah,
little bit,
she
and
does.
she blurts out something to Lloyd.
Yeah.
And she says someone's drowning in the pool.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the first time that she kind of slips up to Lloyd, hey, there's someone drowning.
Drowning,
And
yeah.
Lloyd's reaction is how do you know that?
Yeah. Because that's true though. If a little kid just says that out of nowhere, it's why would you say that out of
Yeah.
nowhere?
How would she know
How
that?
would you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anya comes up with a quick response
Mm-hmm.
of how she knows. Well, not yet at least, but a quick response for why she should run over to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Anya say?
She says, I'm going to become a pro swimmer and get stars.
And then she runs out.
What a quick response.
I
right?
know. Because, she does have that moment of what do I do? What do I say? I have to cover or else he's going to know. So that was a quick response though. Anya.
Yeah,
I
very
think-
quick, very quick.
Yeah,
And it
and it
kind
makes
of
sense.
explains why she would run off
And why
yeah.
she goes to the pool directly.
Yeah. Luckily, Lloyd doesn't think too much about it.
Yeah.
And Anya just runs to the pool and she kind of is luckily able to figure out where Ken is pretty immediately by
Yeah.
seeing his drowning bubbles.
Yeah, well, I feel at this point too, she's kind of listening. I feel she's trying to hone into
she's
where.
using her powers
Yeah,
here.
using her powers because I feel
Right.
when she says the bubbles
Okay,
part,
that makes sense.
she was kind of
Covering for herself?
Covering for herself again near the end of the episode or
Mm-hmm.
closer to the end of that whole scene. And she dives in. She
Yeah,
goes
and-
straight for it.
Boom! And the animation
Ooh,
here, right?
the animation, you guys, was
Yeah, it's
wow.
so cool. It's this camera move where
Yeah.
it kind of shows her jumping in slow motion from all directions.
Yeah,
it's really well
rotates.
animated
Yeah.
here.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It really is. I was really ooh.
A little treat for the eyes.
Yeah, for sure. And then as she dives in, we get an underwater scene.
Yeah,
so
another underwater animation sequence
yeah,
here.
all her hair is moving, and I don't know. I feel through the animation, you feel the depth of how far she's swimming because she's just a little kid and she's
And then
trying.
the sense of dread and panic
Yeah.
and it kind of shows Ken's face and his eyes are huge. And Anya's swimming as hard as she can. And yeah, she ends up not being able to reach Ken and bring him up by herself, but
No.
Lloyd ends up saving basically
Yeah,
both of
two
them.
children. Yeah, instead of just saving one, two.
Because Anya probably would have died.
No, she at some point
would've
she
died.
looks like she was like out
Yeah.
of breath, and she's probably tired because I mean, she can only swim so much, and then even if she grabbed Ken, I don't even think she would have the power or
No.
anything to bring him up. But
But just
at the,
the
very
fact that
least,
she noticed that he was drowning. Because
Yeah.
no one else in the area,
No.
surrounded by adults, no one even
no,
noticed.
no.
But
Lloyd-
Lloyd,
yeah.
Lloyd actually explains how most children drown because they kind of just sink
Yeah.
and no one actually notices that they're
Yeah,
drowning.
yeah, because I think like in movies they always portray someone drowning like splashing about and everything, but like if you're really drowning, you're just going down, and
Yeah.
especially a small child, like no one's gonna notice that. And if in the previous like scene they were showing like how people are practicing in the pool on the other side, and
So it must have been like kind of noisy. in
yeah,
there
it's
as well.
noisy, you know, like they're splashing the water, they're kicking the water over there, and no one's looking at that other side of the pool where he was drowning.
And Ken was supposed to go into the changing room.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
change, so that kind like she was looking for.
Oh, yeah, the
or
therapist,
the
yeah.
therapist was trying to look in the different changing rooms and
Yeah,
whatnot. So
yeah, and then you know when she did look in the room and he wasn't there, it was like, oh, he must have just ran off because he already seemed like he didn't want to do the therapy.
yeah,
So she was just like, okay, he must have left, but man, that was crazy. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you. So, you know, when she notices, do you think that the intensity of people's emotions and their thoughts is what kind of triggers Anya? Do you remember how, like,
yeah,
in
like
the beginning,
in the beginning when she's in that group of
Yeah.
people and they're making like a speech, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
there's, like, a
everybody
political-
has strong
Yeah.
feelings right here.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was-
maybe.
'cause I-
Because like the distance
The
that she was
distance,
able
yeah.
to recognize, maybe the panic in his
yeah,
thoughts or
yeah,
in his
maybe
heart,
maybe like the louder,
emotions.
yeah, the emotions kind of make the thoughts louder. Like, so
Right.
in your own mind, like if volume could be your emotion, like
Yeah, in your
the heightened,
brain.
yeah, the heightened emotion is the heightened volume of your
Yeah,
thoughts.
that makes sense.
So then that's why she was like, she kind of honed in on him really fast.
You know what's interesting too? She was able to identify the location
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Because like hearing someone's thoughts, it doesn't give you where the location
Yeah,
is, I
yeah.
guess. And it kind of shows her mind and then it shows the pool at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
And is that another aspect of her power? Like can she actually visualize like the location as
I don't
well
know,
somehow?
actually. I don't know. I wonder
But he
about
does say
that.
I'm drowning, so maybe
Yeah.
she just put two and two together that
Yeah.
it was the pool, but
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean-
definitely not the other pool where there was like a bunch of other people. So
yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just thought that was a little interesting.
yeah, I just
They showed that visual of the pool, even though she was in the hallway.
yeah.
So maybe that could be slightly a part of her powers
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just more caught, like, kind of just like, whoa, she like heard that from far away. Or
Yeah.
heard is in her powers.
Yeah. But yeah, she ends up getting a bunch of congratulations
Yeah,
from
from
everybody. Everyone's
everyone.
like, good on, well done,
Yeah,
Anya.
saved Ken.
You saved Ken. You were able to notice that someone else was drowning. So,
Yeah.
hey.
And
Yeah. She got her first
Stella.
Stella.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
she did it. And it's not
Made
only
it all.
okay. Not only is it her first Stella, it's the first Stella handed out in her whole class.
Yeah, and apparently later on we find out it's actually a record.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so-
Yep.
Man, she did it, guys. She
Yeah, she did it.
I'm so happy for
Yeah,
Anya here.
I
like
know.
she the whole episode I was like, dude, she's not gonna get a
I
Stella.
know.
Like,
No, me too. Like, because it was just called Stella, so I was like, who's gonna get the Stella? Is it Becky? Is it
Yeah.
Damien?
or maybe it's just her attempts to get a Stella,
Yeah,
but
that too,
ultimately
yeah.
she fails.
Yeah.
But she actually
She
ends up
got it,
getting one,
yeah.
which is actually quite surprising, I
Yeah,
think.
I really love that though, because I feel like there was this kind of beginning of this whole episode was kind of like this forced way of trying to get the Stella, like get good grades. Okay, that's not working. Do all of these different things, not working. And then what it really came down to was her saving someone, like really saving someone. That was one of the possible ways, and she actually did it herself because she had her power.
So it then kind of jumps to I think it's Ken like being discharged, and
Yeah.
you see his two parents
Yeah,
and they're waving,
at
to
each other. Yeah,
And then Anya is getting congratulations from both Lloyd and Yor. They're so proud of her.
yeah,
And you can see it on her face that she actually, I don't know, she realizes that her powers are great, you know? Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to
yeah,
describe
no,
it here.
no, it is so good. Just because, like, I mean, you see, you're really like Anya, you're like amazing. She gives her a hug, and then even Lloyd is like looking at her like, I'm so proud of you. And it's finally, I feel like Anya here is finally learning that her powers she can actually use for other people, and it's not selfish anymore. Because I feel like every time we've seen
Right.
Anya use her powers up until now have
They've
been
kind of
for
been
her.
for herself,
like
her
how,
own
how can she
self-interest.
yeah, how can she like cheat on the test? How can she like, cheat on studying and read Lloyd's mind? Like all of these things. But I think it came
Yeah, this is kind of the first time she really is able to use her powers in a more selfless way,
yeah,
right?
definitely. Definitely.
Right. Man, crazy. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy for her too, because I almost feel like she feels like her powers are not really
And
like at that much of a benefit to her. They're
Yeah.
almost like a curse at times.
yeah.
And yeah, she really can appreciate her powers a little bit.
And just use them for good. Like I feel like just use them for good other than herself.
Yeah,
So-
and her face here tells it
Oh,
all. Like
I know.
she's so cute.
She's so happy, and it's like, oh, just that little connection that she can make and help people. I think that it must go a long way when you're only like in first grade.
But next it jumps to the subway, and we see two people. We
Oh,
see
yeah.
seemingly
yeah.
older lady and an older gentleman in a suit.
Yeah, and they're sitting just taking the subway. But
But we find out this is actually Twilight's handler,
Yep.
Sylvia Sherwood.
Yep.
And Twilight himself as an old man.
Yeah,
Damn, these
I
guys
know.
are pro spies.
I
Like,
know.
what the heck?
I know. If you were just passing by, you'd be like, okay, those are just people riding the subway.
Yeah, and these are like
They don't know
pro
each other.
spies.
Yeah.
Man, this is so legit.
Yeah,
I
it was so good.
I just love their disguises and how like different they look from their normal selves. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of just a little more like another tidbit of them being like, this is why they're like the elite spies.
and I think this whole scene is just kind of trying to emphasize the urgency of the mission and how not that they're rushing Twilight, but Desmond and his business partners, they're doing like kind of like shady business
Yep,
dealings, and
yeah.
it's urgent that this mission comes to a head as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and then that means, getting as close to Desmond, getting close to his son. That means Anya getting the stars. So all
And
of
she
it.
even suggests like, hey, maybe we can like use some other agents.
Yeah. It's like, why
to-
can't we just kind of cheat our way a little bit by using our agents? And then, of course, Twilight gives some good examples of why you shouldn't do that because, it might be suspicious on them. And then also, there's a chance that you can have those agents be seen and,
Yeah.
and get caught even.
Yeah.
So,
So that makes
a lot
sense
of-
to her,
yeah.
and it makes sense to us as well. So
yeah.
yeah. Very interesting that I mean, I think they're just kind of pushing this a little bit more that like
Yeah.
this mission is urgent
Yeah,
and we
it's
need
still
to get
urgent,
it done.
yeah.
So next it jumps to Anya arriving at school, with the Stella attached to her uniform.
Right there for everyone to see.
Yeah, and she's so proud of herself. I
She's
guess.
so smug.
Yeah, she is smug.
She is smug AF.
But she should be, because apparently this is like a new record, right?
Yeah. From
This-
all the kids talking kind of as they're passing her.
Yeah, and apparently this is the fastest anyone, I guess, at Eden has ever achieved a Stella.
Yeah. So she just has a new record. And honestly, I feel like she should have another record. Probably the fastest Tony Turse Bolt too.
Yeah, maybe.
So she might be a holder of 2 records.
Yeah, dang, breaking records here, Anya.
Yeah, good and bad.
But yeah, and then Becky comes through,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh, Anya, congratulations, everybody!"
Oh, no. She okay, the thing is she gets there and then she goes, Anya, and she like calls out to her and Anya
Just-
goes and she makes her refer to her as Starlight Anya.
Amazing, Starlight Anya.
And then Becky's like,
Sure.
okay.
And she actually goes along
She
with it.
does. She's such a nice friend. I
She
think.
is really. And then it kind of jumps to this really hilarious part where it's Anya kind of imagining
Oh yeah.
like how getting this Stella and how other people will be treating her. The
Yeah.
first person is Damien.
Damien, yeah. And then I have to just say, for all these parts where she has this like imagination of like how the world is gonna change, she voices them, and it's really, really funny.
Yeah,
like,
she does the voices behind them, and
Yeah.
then like it's the animation of like Damien's character, but it
Yeah.
has Anya's voice acting.
but Anya's voice
Like
trying to be
imitating-
Damien.
Yeah, trying to be Damien. So it's
And
kind of trying to sound like more boyish.
but it still sounds like Anya.
So adorable.
It's still
like
cute.
the voice acting here is amazing.
Yeah, like there's so many
Well, 'cause
layers.
there's layers here,
Yeah.
right? So the character is doing Anya,
Yep.
who's Anya doing Damien.
Yeah.
So it's like a double. I don't know.
Yeah. Like voice acting exception. I don't
Yeah,
know.
voice acting.
Voiceception. I don't know.
Voiceception.
But it's just really, really funny. I really like it. And she makes Damien seem like, oh my god, yeah, let's be friends. And don't forget to bring your dad now that we're friends. It's like,
Yeah, and then it,
And then-
it then jumps to Lloyd busting to the
yeah, Lloyd.
How the mission is a success.
Success, yeah.
And then world peace.
World peace.
Amazing,
Yeah.
Anya, you did it.
You did it, Anya, just because you got that first Stella.
World peace.
World
Wow.
peace. That's
Wow.
it's quite a conclusion jump.
And yeah, this is totally this like expectation versus reality
Yeah.
meme. Like it then
Yeah.
jumps to reality.
Reality,
And
oh.
Damien is like,
I know, he's all like this.
and he's like, don't get so smug. or
Yeah.
whatever,
Don't
like-
let your head get so big.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Pretty
is true, because it's like you got one, and her head seems so big at this point.
And then it kind of jumps to the classroom, and
Yeah.
everyone's kind of just being haters.
I
Haters
know.
gonna hate.
Haters
right?
gonna hate, man. Like this, there was like a whole like multiple rows next to them just talking about
yeah,
her.
aloud too.
Out
This is
loud.
not even like
Yeah.
whispers. They're straight
No.
up like saying all this shit about like
Yeah.
Anya, like
How rude.
this violent girl. I can't believe they gave it to her.
Yeah.
Do you think they might have bribed them? And then
Yeah.
like they just paid. Oh, she doesn't look that rich.
She doesn't
though.
look that rich. I know.
And then they
And then they go,
ask, "Hey, Damien, don't you think?"
Don't you agree? Yeah.
yeah.
Like they're trying to like pull him in, but Damien isn't having any of that.
Yep. And then he basically shuts them down.
Yeah,
He's like,
like-
you guys think that lowly of our school? Do you
Yeah.
think we're just like a third-rate school
Yeah.
and they would do this by mistake?
Yeah.
If you think that, then maybe you should go to a different school.
Yeah, you should
know, like-
transfer out.
yeah.
And it just shuts everyone up. And I'm just like, ooh.
Hell yeah, I love this part.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, wow, that was so mature of Damien.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true though, because it's just like, why would you guys think that any otherwise? And it would be, and if you did, then yeah, your school looks like they would make mistakes, and that's not why you go to that
Yeah,
school.
and he knows it's not a mistake.
No.
And I think that's what really
Yeah,
bothers him
really
as well.
irks him.
But
I love
the two
oh,
friends,
the two
Emil
Ewan,
and Ewan.
Yeah. And then they're so like, oh, so manly.
Yeah, they're like fanboying
Yeah,
over
so
here.
cool.
So cool. Oh, you can be so manly
I know.
sometimes.
And then they're like blushing.
Mhm.
Oh, they love Damien so much.
Yeah, and I'm really liking Damien here too.
Yeah.
Because like we know his true feelings.
Yeah.
And yeah, slowly coming out a little bit
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking
Yeah.
it. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then it jumps to the lunch scene where Becky and Anya are kind of, or Starlight Anya
No,
rather.
Starlight. Yeah. Starlight Anya.
Becky mentions like, what kind of reward are you going to be getting for receiving this Stella?
Yeah.
And then so they have a really like honestly like cute discussion
Yeah.
about like
And I love Anya's just like, well, I like peanuts, so peanuts.
a year supply of peanuts.
Yeah.
Maybe a castle.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's too much. You
Yeah.
can't get a castle. Where are you
Yeah.
going to put the castle?
Yeah. But then Becky's also talking about like, well, when I give rewards, last time they gave me a dress and a tiara, and then she starts to imagine like the things that she was given, and there was quite a few things out there. I was like, what? What is
Yeah,
that?
she had like a jet.
There was a pink jet. There was a pink tank. And then we noticed that on the cake that's in the background, there was like a little bomb on the top of the cake that matches Becky's little
hairpin, right,
hairpin.
yeah.
Yeah. So, since her family seems their military background, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're like manufacturers of like military equipment.
Yeah, equipment
something like that.
yeah, it must
So
be
that's why her pin is like a bomb.
a bomb.
And
Yeah. That makes
yeah.
sense. But it's like, they give you a jet?
a jet in a little tank.
Oh, I bet a little tank would be a little cute though.
Yeah. And it looks like she even got a little clubhouse in the back as well.
Yeah, yeah, it seems like it.
But yeah, this is pretty hilarious. But Becky then goes on to say her favorite reward was a little puppy called Little Wiesel.
Wiesel. Yeah.
Wiesel, yeah. So this, I don't know, we don't know for sure, but this might be a reference to Elie Wiesel, who is a Romanian-born American writer, professor, political activist, Nobel Prize laureate, and Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of it's in the same era as well. I think he was at Auschwitz and another concentration camp as well. He wrote 57 books, I believe, on his experiences at concentration camps. and he's like a human rights activist as well. It wasn't only about like the Jewish experience. He also extended that out towards like Sudan, like Africa as well. And he just was like a really amazing humanitarian overall. And yeah, he's like, if you guys want to learn a little bit more about him, definitely check him out.
Yeah.
Like he's a really amazing person who helped, like, honestly, just the progress of humanity.
Yeah, yeah. And it would just happen to be something that we found when we were kind of like, oh, that name, like, how do we pronounce this name? And so, yeah, it was a nice little find.
So, yeah, that was really interesting. But other than that, we get another outlandish kind of like thought of like, of Anya's imagination of how she's going to get a dog and how it also leads to world peace yet again.
Again, world peace again. So either you get one Stella, world peace, or you get a dog, world peace.
Like, it's not only like mission success, it's like there's peace in the world. Like it's like, it goes beyond the mission success.
Beyond the mission.
Yeah.
Solving everything.
And yeah, apparently Anya is pretty stuck on this now. So yeah, we're looking like we're gonna have a doggy.
Yeah, and then I'm glad they also showed Becky's dog, and I think it looks like a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh, so, they also show Anya ends up asking Damien in the scene as well. Whether he has a dog, and it kind of shows his dog, which is Max.
Max, the German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
But he's like, we get to see him actually enjoying playing with Max as well, which is really
but then
cute.
he kind of lies and goes, and then he just kind of leaves. But he loves his dog. We know that.
Yeah, so maybe in the future we might have Max and this new dog.
Yeah, Max and maybe even Weisel.
Oh yeah, Weisel.
Oh, it'd be so cute if there was like a doggy day and then
I would love that.
And they brought their dogs to school or something. Oh, that'd be so cute.
Yeah, I would love that. So Anya then brings this up to Lloyd and says, I want a doggy as a reward. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I was kind of thinking of buying you something. And then it kind of jumps to Lloyd's thoughts and yours thoughts
about
of dogs.
Yeah.
And
they're so different. I'll
so
say
different,
that.
So Lloyd's kind of thinking about, a dog would be a good idea to kind of secure the household.
Yeah.
Here. And
Security,
then it jumps
protection.
to this, what is this, a boxer or something?
Yeah, like a
super buff boxer.
And I felt like the muscles were like growing.
Dang. And then next it's yours thoughts.
Yor on the other hand,
has very unique thoughts.
She really does, but I guess
she thinks like no one else, in my opinion here.
But I guess if you had to think like an assassin, I guess that's why.
Her thoughts are always so morbid, and they're about death.
I know, they're always
typically,
about
or
death.
like killing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's imagining how a dog could easily rip Anya apart.
Yeah.
And it
it's
shows
like a Doberman,
like just biting Anya. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my gosh, that's so bad.
And then Anya can hear all of this.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I want a tiny dog.
Yeah,
like
please.
a little
Small
puppy,
one.
a cute one.
Yeah.
And then Yor then thinks of like this long hair chihuahua with like a
with like a knife.
With a knife. Like it's like a straight up like army knife, like a commando knife in the mouth and slices Anya's neck. Like
it jumps up and slices the neck. Like, oh my gosh, what are you training these dogs?
And yeah, man, this is like what she thinks, what she's thinking about, and Anya. And it then shows like Anya going through the book.
Yeah, like an encyclopedia of different books, or books of different dogs, type breeds.
And then Anya, and then yours like, oh, good. They look pretty weak.
Yeah, and it looks like she was pointing at a fox terrier, that she wanted to get a fox terrier. I noticed that there was a Boston Terrier on there too. I used to have a Boston Terrier.
Nicole actually, don't you have an encyclopedia of books or of dogs as well?
Yeah,
basically this is just Nicole when she was little.
Yeah, when I was little and I had nothing else to look at, we had encyclopedias, and I would just go in an encyclopedia and I would just look at all the different dog breeds because I was just very interested and fascinated by dogs, and I love dogs, and I love learning all the different kinds of dogs, and what are special about certain breeds versus others. So. Yeah.
Like every time we're on the streets, and then she's like, do you know what kind of dog that is? And I'm like, now I actually do know. When we first got together, I was like, no, I don't know what kind of dog that is. What is it? And she would always tell me like, that's a Weimaraner.
Yeah.
That's a Basenji.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, now I'm the expert.
Yeah.
That is an Italian Greyhound, Nicole.
I'm so proud of you. I love pointing out dogs.
Many tests throughout the years here. But yeah, and then so back on the episode, it then jumps to kind of like a little other
yeah.
area where it shows like these dogs in
I
cages,
know.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they're
These, like,
apparently
criminals.
and apparently they're going to use these dogs as like dog bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is actually a thing. I'm pretty sure they used to strap bombs to dogs and to run underneath tanks
Yeah.
and use them as kind of like
Yeah.
living bombs.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
Evil people. It's so
Hopefully in
evil.
the next episode we can have these doggies be saved.
I know. I hope they all get saved. But we definitely could see there was one that was more in focus that. Oh, I can't wait till the next episode.
Yeah.
I was so like, oh, the dogs.
Which is the last episode actually.
I know.
Bittersweet.
I
But yeah,
know.
and then we're gonna do something special
Yeah,
for
special.
the next episode
Yeah.
actually, which is the finale.
Yeah.
The last episode that we're gonna have of the season until we get season 2, which is set for fall. So yeah, we actually season 2 has already been announced and we're gonna have a second.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be watching that.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, you have any other thoughts?
No, it was a really, like, as I said in
So
the
many
beginning, there's so
things.
many different things. There were so many different things that
So
went
many
through
things
covered.
happened to us.
I know.
Dread of not finding those chairs.
I know. Don't remind me. That was terrible.
It was so bad it's the next day.
I feel traumatized a
I am
little.
traumatized. But yeah, let's
I think that's
let's
our
move
own
on.
stubbornness a little
Let's
bit.
move on. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about this.
But yeah. All right, guys. If you guys like this episode, maybe go down below. Hit that lickety like button. Maybe consider subscribing. It helps Algorithm Senpai notice us that little bit more.
Onegaishimasu, Algorithm Senpai. Please notice us.
Notice me, Algorithm Senpai. But yeah, we are getting a little bit more notice
We
here and there.
are.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you,
much.
you
It's all
guys.
thanks to you guys.
Yeah. Thank you
Honestly,
for the support.
we love you
Continue
guys' support and always commenting on
Yeah.
our videos with your thoughts and your questions or anything. Like
Yeah.
whatever you guys
Whatever it is. Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us
Yeah.
throughout all of these videos.
Yeah.
And making it this far into the video,
Of course,
watching
yeah.
the whole thing
Watching
really
was-
means a lot to
yeah,
us.
it does. It really, really does mean a lot. So thank you guys so much. And let us know what was your favorite part of the episode. I know there was a lot. So
Do you guys have a
can you pick
favorite
one?
doggy?
Yeah. Do you guys
Do
have
you
a
guys
favorite?
like
I know. That
two-toed
was
or
wi-
three-toed sloths?
Yeah. Two-toed, three-toed. What is your favorite dog breed? I
Yeah,
would
what
love to know all
Yeah.
of those.
What is your favorite dog breed?
Ooh.
There's
That's
so many.
hard. I know.
But yeah, all right, guys. I think that's going to be the end of this episode for us. We'll thank you once again, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.